Hello everyone, this is Benjamin and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to look at how I came up with this awesome protein food label design. If this is your first time in here, this is BlabenSolutions and I offer a step-by-step tutorial on your favorite designs. So if this sounds interesting, why don't you go ahead and smash the subscribe button and make sure to turn the bell icon to all so you don't miss out on awesome videos like this. If you're already a part of this family, thank you so much for showing up once again. Having nothing more to say, why don't you join me and let's start making beautiful designs. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel, and in front of you I have this protein food label package done, and I'll be using this as a guide to create the other one. So I have my resource files too over here, and so I'll make them available for you to download and also use it as a practice guide whilst watching the video. Okay, so back to Photoshop. Now the first thing we are going to do is to work on dimensions, and let's go to file, click on new, and let's rename this to, and I'm going to be using centimeters for the measurement and unit of measurement, sorry, and with the width is going to be 27 centimeters and that of the height is going to be 8.5 centimeters. The resolution will still be 300, and the color mode, I'm going to still leave it at RGB color mode, and I think everything is okay in here. So let's go ahead and click on create, and voila, there we have our canvas here for us. Now the next thing I would want to do is to work on my background creation. Okay, so I have this hexa code. What I would do first is to apply a solid fill to this background by coming to the adjustment fill over here, click on it, and let's choose a solid color. And with the hexa code, I'm going to be using a hexa code of E38513. okay, and let's go ahead and click on OK. And the next thing is to create a new layer on top of this solid fill that we just did. So click on the create new layer, head on to the tools menu, tools panel, sorry, for your brush tool, click on it. The shortcut is B, and use the open and close square bracket to decrease or increase the size of the brush tool. Okay, so I'm actually increasing the size of my brush tool, and I'll be selecting a color with the hexa code F9 EAC1 and something like this. So click on OK, and I will just click in the middle this way and click outside here this way. Okay, so this part, this is what I have, and I'm going to leave this as it is over here. Now the final thing in my background creation is to head on to my resource files, and I have this soybeans over here, so I'm going to drag this onto the, and I'm going to make it big enough, place it over here, and I'm actually going to place it beneath the, so just look at how you're going to position this to best suit you. So I'm going to position it this way, and I'm going to reduce the opacity of this guy to something lesser. I think 15 is okay, and I'm going to be dragging this guy over here this way. Now let's go ahead and group the layers that we use in creating the background and name it background. Okay, so now the next thing I would want to work on is to actually work on this middle design, this Tombrown and quality ingredients. This is what we're going to work on, right? Great. And so let me bring in, I have this over here, so I'm just going to drag this guy over here this way, and we're going to be placing him over here. Let's reduce the size. Let me zoom in, and Now I made this 3D text over here in Illustrator. So that is how I came up with the text of Tombrown. So I'm going to be writing Tom here, and I'm going to be dragging this guy. So let's go ahead and reduce the size, and let's go back to Illustrator, and now I'm going to be typing brown. So let me put this guy over here this way. Great. Okay, so now that we are done with the typing of the Tombrown, the next thing is to work on this guys with the porridge bowl and everything. So I have the resource file over here. I have this porridge bowl over here, so I'm just going to drag this guy this way onto Photoshop, and I'm going to be placing it here. So hold on to the Alt key on your keyboard and drag to reduce the size. So I'm going to be placing him this way. Now the next thing we are going to do is to do this shape that we have over here, right? So what I'll do is to select my rectangle tool over here this way, and draw a straight rectangle. Now that we have this shape in here, the next thing we have to do is to click on Ctrl T to get the transform shape things around the border. Right click on it and choose warp. Okay, so we are just going to twist and turn this guy over here this way. So when we are done, just hit on this, and voila, we have this looking nice for us. So we're going to be placing him over here, but this time the porridge bowl is going to be on top of it. So let's drag the porridge bowl on top of it this way, and we have this guy over here. Great. The next thing is to type the text that is on top of it, right? So let's click on create new layer on top of that, the shape. Head on to the tools panel, get our pen tool, and click this portion, and click this portion this way. I don't need a fill for the pen tool, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and this way is okay. Now let's get our type tool by hitting on the T, and once you get closer to the shape that we drew with the pen tool, you realize that this type tool will turn to this curve like shape. We just click on it, and we can type something over there. So let me increase the size, and what is the text that we have there? Quality ingredient, pure taste. Okay, so now that I'm done typing, I need my direct selection tool, which is the A shortcut for A, and I'm going to just hold and drag this guy. I'm going to drag them this way. Okay. All right. So Let me actually change this to all caps and probably increase the size a bit. Alright, so now that we are done with that one, the next thing is to work on these three guys. Okay, so I have them over here as well. I have this, I have that, and I have this. So quickly, let me bring this guy over here. Let me reduce the size. Place. Now looking at this background, this is not transparent, so we're going to be making some selection so that we can get this part for the design. Okay, so let's hit on enter and come to the tools panel and select the quick selection tool. Let's increase the size by hitting on the close square bracket on our keyboard, and let's just drag just to make some selection. I just need a portion of this, guys. I don't need everything over here. So okay, so I think this is okay. Okay, so now that we are done with our selection, what we are going to be doing next is to come to the add layer or add vector mask. So let's click on it, and we have this looking nice for us. And just in here, I'm not before I scale it down to something small, I'd want to brush these portions off a bit. So let's select our brush to make sure the layer or the vector mask is selected, and make sure your foreground color is also set to black. If it is not set to black, hit on the D key on your keyboard to reset it, and use the X key on your keyboard to change the foreground colors. Okay, alright, so now that our foreground color is set to black, I'm just going to wipe the edges of this guy away. I don't want a straight edge, so I'm just brushing that portion off. And I just want to show something. I just want to show this wheat image. Okay, so we'll just be placing this guy over here. So Control T to transform or scale this down to something small. So we'll be placing it here this way. That's too small, so let's place it here this way. So what I'm going to be doing is to select these three images. So select one, hold on the shift key, and select the others, and I'm going to be linking them together by clicking on this link icon. Control G to group them, and I'm going to name it like so. Basically, I think that is it. Let's check our design to see if okay. So we have one last thing. This two is it millet or wheat grain? So I'm going to just hold and drag this, okay, and be placing it here this way. Okay, so this should actually be behind our it should be behind the brown and in front of the thumb. So I'm going to be placing him here, and hold on to the Alt key and click and drag this to the other side. Okay, so we have this one as well. Was that what we okay? So this should also move back to the thumb, and there we go. So what I'm going to be doing is to select all these guys. So hold on to the first layer, and let's select the last layer. Hold on to your shift key, click on it, and Control G to group it. So let me name this name it Tombrown. All right, so I can Control T to place these guys over here, or transform or scale it to something nice. So now let me zoom out and see what we have over there, and it's not bad. So the next thing to do is to work on this Nutri Fact and this one or two texts. These are dummy texts that I copied and placed in here. So I'm actually going to be dragging and placing these guys over there, but well, I have them over here as well. So let me work on the Nutri Fact. I have this guy, so quickly let me drag the Nutri Fact over onto the create a new document for it, and let's head onto our magic wand tool. The shortcut is W. Click on it and let's click the white areas. Move on to the add vector or layer mask. Hold on to your alt key and click on it, and we have our white background off for us. So let's select the move to, right click on the layer, and let's convert this to smart object. So quickly we can just hold and drag this guy over here. Control T. Let's scale this to something small. Let me zoom in, sorry, and place this guy over here. Okay, so I need my rulers, so let me use my rulers to demarcate the portions that are the edges. Okay, and with this Nutri Fact, I'm going to be adding a color overlay of so come to the add layer style over here, click on it, and let's choose color overlay, and we'll be applying a color overlay of this brown over here, and let's go ahead and click on OK, and let's place this guy this way over here. So let me Control T and transform it once again. The next thing is to fill this portion with the dummy text. Okay, so I'm going to place in my guides over here, and now to place the dummy text, what I'll be doing is to click on my type 2 over here, and click to draw a box to the bottom over here this way, and I don't need all to be in caps, so I'm going to turn the shadow the bold and the caps icon. I need a regular font. So to get a dummy text, okay, so let's head on to, whilst our type tool is breathing over here, let's come to the type menu button over here, click on type, and let's head down to paste lorem ipsum. Click on it, and we have this dummy text filled in for us. And now what I want to do is to change the alignment of the text. Okay, so come to my paragraph styling, and I'm going to choose the center one, and still back to my text, I want to change this to 5, and I'm still going to add my let me change this color to, and I'm still going to add the dummy text, and that is it for the dummy text over here. So let's go on and click the move or selection tool. The next thing is to work on the dummy text for these guys as well, and I realize it is taking much of the time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward this part of the video, and I'll be back right soon. Alright guys, so we actually done designing a protein food label, and this looks amazing, isn't it? Now I think it would be nice if we add shades of colors to it. So I have other color styles that I would want to apply to this and see which one looks nicer. Okay, so you can equally let me know in the comment box which color you think worked best for you. Okay guys, so this actually brings us to the end of today's lesson. I believe you've learned something new in here. If you did, go ahead and let us know in the comment box what you learned new, and also make sure to leave a like on this video. Please do also subscribe if you've not yet done that. Until I come your way next time, it is still BlabenSolutions, and never stop creating. See ya.